because everyone's trying to go for the conversation of who's the best league in the world. Who's got the best players and who's got the best overall league, and then that gets into the questions of, oh, but the budgets are different and all this stuff and all. But there's been a lot of consideration to that question exactly of who is the better league, and I think my answer would be there's very apparent differences in both leagues. I think a lot of Italian leagues, or the Italian league, is very apparent to even people watching it that maybe don't know so much about volleyball. Is that usually there's like 3, 4, maybe 5 top teams, really good teams. They could all maybe interchange within those rankings, but then here in Poland, nobody knows. It's a crapshoot every game you go to. You come out into these home matches where there's 3,000 screaming fans beating on drums, honking on horns. And a team like Zaxa or Yashembia could come to these teams' homes gyms and just get absolutely flustered. And then all of a sudden it's a 3-3-1, 3-0 for the home team. So what I think the difference between the two leagues, I think the Polish league is much more technical based in just overall volleyball training, because all the Polish system for the youth and all this stuff is being good at volleyball, because maybe they're not the most physical players. And then I think the Italian league is more of buy the most flashy player and give him as many balls as you can and build teams around having a budget. It's pretty. I mean, Perugia's an incredible team this year, but they kind of started to doing that and Lube as well, where they buy players and almost monopolize them. Like what happened with Juan Torena, he was there for 8 years, and they bought him at like 20 years old, something like that. And he just stayed there and was in the best league in the world and one of the best teams and all that stuff. But the same kind of thing is what I think is happening with Nikolov, is they bought him. He's what, 19? I don't even know how old he is, 18, 19. And he's going to be there for a long time. And same thing with Garcia. And so I think those teams in Italy are more budget reliant in the sponsors they have to create the best team possible. And then that doesn't mean just the first 6 or 7. That's all 14. So I think that's the main difference for me, is that just the technical differences. And then there's so many good players in Poland that it's pretty hard to debate which one is the better league. Because, for instance, the question that always comes up is, well, yeah, Italy's the quote unquote the best league in the world, but Zaxa has won everything for the last 2 years. Two teams from Poland have been wrecking all of the Champions Leagues and all those cups and all those European championships and all that kind of stuff.
This is true. So would you say that Polish coaches or the coaches in Poland do a better job of developing the players just because they're not working with maybe top of the level or the next one up, rather than okay, this was what this guy can do, let's kind of max that out?
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually has very much to do with the coaching staff. It's more of, or the coaches that have coached the youth and for the years to come and all that stuff. I think it's just the fact that you look at a guy like Kubiak, or now Bartosz Kłolik, or even Philip Tom Fornal is a little bit different, but those guys aren't the most physical, aren't the tallest, aren't the whatever, but they make up for it in volleyball IQ and all around game smarts, and then also just the ability to do everything in the game. And I think that goes into a lot of the other players as well. Is that, dude, a lot of Polish people are just freaking good at volleyball.